What's going on, people, and welcome to my post-match recap and player ratings for yesterday's game. Arsenal 3, Manchester United 2. Obviously, I would have been delighted with a point. My prediction was 2-2, so it was only one goal difference in the prediction. I feel like they didn't dominate us. They put a lot of pressure on us in the last sort of 15-20 minutes of the second half at the end of the game. But to be honest, I think one of the goals from Saka, where he curls it to the far post, I don't think anyone's saving that. Maybe Eriksen could get a block on it and do a bit better, but I'm not hugely disappointed with yesterday because Arsenal are the team to beat in the league. I do think they'll go on and win the title. So for me, I think we gave a good account of ourselves in that game. It's just a shame we couldn't hold on to the point, but a lot of people were losing their shit today about it, but I'm not one of them because I expected a draw, and we nearly got that. So even though we didn't get anything from the game in the end, I feel like we could have easily, and on another day we might have. So yeah, I mean, I think they are the team to beat Arsenal, and I think they deserve huge credit. The players, Arteta, the setup they've got there, and I do think that they'll go on to win the title now. So fair play and all credits to Arsenal. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the game, to be honest, even though we didn't get anything from it in the end. I thought it was a good game, it was a good battle. And I don't think they dominated us, like I said. So I think we gave a good account of ourselves, and I think it's a good foundation for us to go ahead in these types of games in the future. Not that disappointed with it yesterday. I know a lot of people are, but we got to put it into perspective of where we've been in recent years. And I think that was a good performance yesterday. We just didn't get anything from it. And I think it's a positive one because if we play like that against other teams, we will get results and most of the time get 3 points. So I think there's a lot to take away from yesterday, and I'm feeling optimistic and positive about it. 3-2 Arsenal, fair play to them. They deserve it. Player ratings, David De Gea, I gave him a 4. I thought more because of his distribution of the ball, not necessarily his saves attempts and things like that. I think a few times he was putting the ball out of play and making mistakes with passing out from the back, which he's definitely improved on a lot this year. But I think yesterday he was a bit to blame at times for his distribution. So 4 for De Gea. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 4. I thought he started well, but then he's at fault for the Nketiah header at the back post. He just lets him go. But this is a weakness, isn't this? Not nothing new from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We already knew that this was one of his weaknesses. So it's not a surprise to me. It's a shame because I do think he started well. But as the game went on, he did get caught a few times. So 4 for Wan-Bissaka. Varane, 5. I thought he was solid. Didn't really get caught a lot. I thought he was comfortable on the ball. But we did concede 3 goals. But I thought he was solid, to be honest, even though we did concede 3. So I think most of the goals they scored, I think the Saka one, you can't do a lot about with the far post curler. The Nketiah header could be prevented, but that's not Varane's fault. And the flicked one from Nketiah near the end of the game, I don't necessarily feel like it's his fault. So 5 for Varane. Martinez, for me, spoiler alert, was my man of the match. Obviously scored the equaliser to make it 2-2 with a header. And I do think that he had a solid game, similar to Varane. I thought he was better on the ball than Varane was with his passing. So I'd give Martinez a 6. I think he had a solid game overall, and he was my man of the match. McTominay, 4. It was a worry for me when the lineup got put out that it was Eriksen and McTominay in the midfield, because with Casemiro missing, I would have liked to have seen Fred and Iqbal, but I knew he wouldn't have given Iqbal a chance. But I think Fred should have started, and I think McTominay was pretty poor in the midfield. So 4 for McTominay. Eriksen, 4. I don't think he really affected the game in the midfield. I think he should do better for the Saka goal. And defensively, he's just not. That's not in his skill set. So this is why I prefer him at number 10 and further forward, because I don't think he can play in that midfield role like he used to. I think he gets caught more now. So 4 for Eriksen. Rashford, 6. Done very well. Skinned Partey for his goal. Took the goal well. He was a little bit in and out of the game, but I do think he offered a threat at times, and he got his goal again. So 6 for Rashford. Bruno, 5, average. I don't think we got him on the ball enough. Midfield battle, we probably lost a little bit to Arsenal, but I think he was okay, Bruno, but probably would have liked to have seen him involved a bit more than he was. So 5 for Bruno. Antony, 4. I don't think he influenced the game enough, lost the ball a lot, made the wrong decisions, I thought, and his work rate wasn't there for me, and I question his attitude, and I'm just not pleased with him at the moment, and we've wasted that money on him at the moment. People are saying give him time, which I will, but at the moment I think he's below par by quite a distance. So 4 for Antony. Weghorst, I'll give him a 5. I thought he started well. Didn't have any service though. I thought his work rate was really good and his link-up play was pretty good. But as the game went on, he kind of drifted out of it, even trying to drop back and get on the ball. It wasn't there as much for him as it was in the first half. But he didn't have the service either. So I think he had an okay game. Weghorst, to give him an average. Garnacho and Fred were the subs, and I gave them both an average. I thought they did okay, but didn't really affect the game too much, but didn't do a lot wrong either. I would have started with Fred though, and I think Garnacho should be starting too. So that would be my criticism of the lineup Ten Hag picked to start with. But we did nearly get something from the game, and I think we gave a good account of ourselves, even with the lineup he went with. I would have made some subs earlier. I think Garnacho should have come on a lot earlier, and I would have started with Fred, and Garnacho should have started. So that would be my criticism. I personally don't think Antony should have started either. So there's a few gripes there for me from Ten Hag, but we did nearly get something from the game. Ten Hag himself, I would give him a 7 saying that, because we nearly get a point at the Emirates, and they're the team to beat. I think they will win the title. They've got the momentum, they've got the confidence, they've made Emirates a fortress, and we nearly got something there. I think we've been by far the best team that they've played this season in both games. So I think we deserve a lot of credit for that, and the performances both games against them. And I think Ten Hag is slowly building this team, and we're getting results. We're more consistent, and I think we're a little bit unlucky yesterday not to get something from the game. So I'd give Ten Hag a 7, which if you're doing it on managers as well as players, he would get man of the match. But as I just give it to the players, man of the match player-wise would be Martinez, but I would give Ten Hag also as the manager man of the match for the tactics, the way we set up, and nearly getting something. That is my thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're an Arsenal supporter as well, you're welcome to the channel. Let me know your thoughts on how you thought the game went. But huge credit to them. They're the team to beat, as I said. And but I think it's good for us. We've got lots of games for United at the moment, and I fancy us for a lot of them. I think Palace as well in the league next. I fancy us for that. I'll be doing a preview for that. Look out for that. Premier League predictions will come back soon as well. Obviously, we got the cup break now for a little bit, but I will be back with the predictions before you know it. And also, at some point this week, I need to fit in the next player versus player. Look out for that, guys, and I'll see you guys soon.